Hello, World of Tank Blizzards, it's Littlefinger. Hey, I've got a mini condensed full tank review here on the Skorpion G. Yes, just this week I reached out to you guys, asked what could I do to get myself more subscribers. One of the things I heard from you was that my full tank reviews were just way too long, averaging about 30 minutes. So we're going to condense that down, show you 3 quick games, and I'm going to talk about this tank real quick here in the garage. Hopefully that'll get more of you to hit that red subscribe button right now. Anyway, pros for this tank: top speed 55 kilometers per hour. It also has a fully rotational turret. Yes, 180 degrees with 6 degrees of gun depression. It has the best spotting range for a TD, believe it or not, at tier 8. And it has really good gun handling statistics. Number 2 in both aim time and dispersion. Number 4 when moving. There's 17 TDs at tier 8. Now, cons, obviously, lack of armor. This thing has no armor. You will see nothing but HE shells coming your way. And on top of that, camo ratings are poor in this tank, believe it or not. So it is difficult to keep yourself hidden as a true sniper in this tank. Now, left off of this pros and cons list, you'll notice is your damage per minute and your pen numbers, because they're average. They fit right in here in the middle of the good and the bad TDs at tier 8. But 170% credit coefficient. So what does that mean to you? If we go up to the notifications here, I ran 6 battles, and I'm going to show you 3 of them. But just look at this. So we won this game 2557 damage, 71,000 credits. We lost this game with 920 in damage, 10,000 credits. We won this game 2,000 damage, 38,000 credits. We won this game 24. We made 70,000. We won this game here at 980. We still made 31,000 credits. And the last one here, almost 2,000 damage, 54,000 credits. Obviously, that is with premium. So credit coefficient goes a long way to helping you make good money in this tank. I just want to show you where this is at under the shopping cart. If you go to bundles, Skorpion G with camo gets you a garage slot, 9 equipment slots, and this legendary camouflage. But since it comes with all 9 equipment slots unlocked, I'll go ahead and show you this, how I've got it set up. Calibrated shells, defense system, camouflage net, enhanced gun lane drive, improved assembly, engine accelerator, refined gun, enhanced tracks, and consumable delivery system. All right, guys, first game, Middleburg, bottom tier. And you'll notice a theme across these 3 games as I go through them, that I stay on the outskirts of the map as much as possible. You cannot afford to get into any sort of crossfire. As I said earlier, HE is the only ammo that's going to be coming your way, as you have virtually no armor. It's 30 mil on the hull and 14 on the turret. So, yeah, you basically just got to stay in cover, get your shot off, and hide, relocate, and rinse, repeat kind of thing. But here we are. We've pushed up, and I'm staying in the back. I got spotted early, and, I was expecting their heavies to push up, but I guess since they've got a T95 on their team, they have pushed all the way through town. And our guys have done a pretty good job, but I was concerned that they were just trading hit points there for a long time. But now that I see that they've stopped their push, that they are going to be headed back towards me, I can return course here and start getting some shots in there. So first shot in is 510 in damage. And our pen numbers on this, we're at 258 for your penetration with an average damage of 460. Your HE is 72 mil, and it does 600 damage if it fully penetrates. But as you can see here, I started off really slow in this game. Basically, 2 tanks were already dead. At this point, there's only 3 tanks left. And unfortunately, that shot went just a little bit high. I was trying to avoid our patent there and get a shot in. But needless to say here, we're going to get this shot in, 443. And we've got this T95. I think this other game I've got, it's got a T95 in it as well. But penning these isn't too much of a problem when you've got really, really good accuracy like that. And you can see now we're up over 2,000 damage just like that. And 2 tanks left. We'll be able to get down here and get one more shot in. So as far as the tank goes, as long as you can keep yourself alive long enough, you can get 4 or 5 shots in, and with the amount of damage you do per shot, it's fairly easy to average about 2,000 damage in this tank. Which we do here is a 2557 in damage and 2 kills. And again, you saw that at the top of the hill, we weren't doing anything. We were just sitting there waiting for our opportunities, and we still got 6 shots in. All right, guys, here's the second game on Canyon. Again, also as a bottom tier, they've got an IS-8 and a T95. But you'll see quickly here, I'm going to stay on the outside, try not to get spotted, and basically, I kind of just try to keep other teams from pushing one direction or another. If you're getting hit by 500 damage, it's going to make you think twice about pushing. But with the way teams are today, look at this. We've got a mutant sitting here, running right past him right now, and he's going to sit here for at least half of the game. So here's a heavy tank just camping in the background. Obviously not the best gun accuracy. So, it is what it is. We're gonna keep playing, and we're gonna have fun about it. So here's this IS-8. We get this shot off. 527 in damage. I back up, no light bulb comes off, but it's funny. The IS-8 knows it's me. Missed that shot on the Phoenix, and now we are spotted. So like I said, camo after shooting, camo while shooting on the move is really bad, which again makes this a difficult tank to play. And quite honestly, it's nice having the 170% credit coefficient, but it is really difficult to win consistently, in my opinion, in this tank, because you've got to be so careful about staying alive. Now, I want to watch this sequence here where I probably made the wrong decision here in pushing 2 tanks, but we've taken a shot. We're spotted. Look at this. 448 from across the map from the IS-8 shooting HE at us. That was a little bit unfortunate that he could see over that rock there, but we've pulled down. Hopefully we've dropped off the radar. And again, going back to my thought process, maybe a little bit of a poor decision making on my part here, trying to go after this T95 and full health RHM. Just couldn't pull the trigger there. Didn't want to shoot HE into the tracks. If I'd had AP loaded, I probably would have taken that shot. And again, the difference there, 460 versus 600 on the HE. So we get another shot into the side of the T95, and here is the second biggest mistake, or the biggest mistake I make in the game. I'm spotted. I've pulled out 772 from the RHM. Yep, that's right. 2 shots. That's all it took for me to get killed in this game was 2 shots. So that's why I'm saying it is extremely difficult to stay alive while being aggressive in this tank, which makes it difficult to carry these games. So, as far as paying $40, it's a steep price for a TD. However, if you're a collector of the tank, it is a fun tank to play. Don't get me wrong, but if this play style doesn't fit your play style, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're a collector of tanks, I think you'll have fun with it. It is rather unique. I do like the speed, the gun accuracy. You can get some big scores. And obviously make some decent money with that 170% credit coefficient. So as we get into the last game here on Fort Despair, you can see, again, bottom tier. All three of these games have been as bottom tier. And you saw as I went through the games played that I had some lousy games, a couple games there with only 900 damage. You know, if you've got one of these teams that folds quickly, it's going to be hard to survive because obviously 0 for armor, right? But some of the stats, that I didn't really touch on. Your aim time is quoted as being 3.3 seconds with a dispersion of 0.264 when you've got this equipment on it. You'll see here, we'll get the shot to go. He'll drop off the radar, and it does pen. Those points are there at the end of this game. So 0.264, anything under 0.3 is really good. And we're almost a full half a point under that. So the gun handling on it is really nice. Having this turret that rotates, but again, you see here, it's a little bit slow to get started. It's a little bit slow to turn. You do have to plan out ahead where you want to go to. And so I was looking at the mini map, and I saw that we had 2-on-2 tanks down here and wanted to go ahead and lend an advantage onto this side. We get the Tiger out, but they've got another tank that's come in here, and obviously our T-49 is not going to be slowing anyone down. So he's running to safety. I need to make sure that I'm in a position where I can hide. And so I've put this last game in here, not because it was a great damage game or anything spectacular happened, but it's kind of the mentality you have to have in this tank is, I'm getting pushed by 2 tanks. I've got to use my speed here, and we've got to get to safety. Safety in numbers, right? We'll get back to our team. Don't be out on the edge all by ourselves. And now we can push back around because I figure those 2 tanks have gone through to our spawn. And there's that RHM. We'll switch it over to HE. We're going to trade shots here and each do just over 600 damage to each of them. So a game where you don't take a lot of shots, but you still can do over 2,000 damage. If that's the kind of stuff that you like, then this is a good tank for that. Trading shots there with the Centurion. We'll take 450 to 220 any day, right? We're doing twice as much damage. He gets taken out, and so just the lever left, and we're going to push on in, and we'll get one more shot to finish this off and finish this full tank review off in less than 15 minutes, which I know is cutting half the time off my videos, which I'm really happy about. And hopefully one or two more of you guys will hit that subscribe button for me. But again, $40, fairly steep. November 2019, I believe this is the 3rd time this tank has gone on sale. I passed on it the first, jumped on it the second time, and I'm right at 100, close to 100 battles in it. My average damage is just north of 2,000. My win rate is 62% in it, so it fits right in line with all of my statistics. So, it's not an OP tank by any means. It's not a tank you can carry like the WZ-121G or FT, I should say. The premium. That tank is just a beast, but it is fun. It's unique. It's a little bit different. Tier 8 is obviously where a lot of people sit to grind credits now. So it could be worth $40. I'm not ruling it completely out. If you've got disposable cash sitting around and you like collecting tanks, go for it. I think you'll enjoy it. But if you're kind of one of these people that saves up and buys 1 or 2 tanks a year, I'd pass on it. So with that, guys, hope you had fun. Stay safe out there, and remember, get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.